In the heart of ancient Egypt, amidst the unforgiving deserts and the life-giving Nile, there existed a goddess so formidable, her very name invoked both awe and fear. This is the tale of Sekhmet, the lioness goddess, whose story is woven with threads of destruction and healing, wrath and mercy. Today, we embark on a journey through time to uncover the enigma of the most fearsome goddess in Egyptian mythology. Alright, let's dive deeper into who Sekhmet really is, peeling back the layers of her story with a bit more detail. Sekhmet, often depicted as this powerful lioness, stands out in the Egyptian pantheon not just for her fearsome appearance, but for the rich stories that surround her origins and her deep connection with Ra, the sun god. Sekhmet's story begins with her being a manifestation of the wrath of Ra. According to the myths, Ra, the sun god, was not just a creator, but also a god who maintained order. When he felt that humanity was not respecting the divine order, not living up to the principles that were expected of them, he decided to take action. And that's where Sekhmet comes into play. She was created by Ra's fury, born from the fire of his eye, sent to earth as an extension of his will to enact judgment and restore balance. Now, think about that for a second. Sekhmet wasn't just any goddess. She was essentially a piece of Ra himself, a divine embodiment of his power and anger. That's a pretty intense origin story, right? Her relationship with Ra is fascinating because it's not just about a creator and his creation. It's deeper than that. Sekhmet, as the Eye of Ra, served as his protector, his enforcer, and the one who carried out his will on earth. This connection signifies her importance not just in the realm of the gods, but also in the cosmic order of things. Ra, as the sun god, was the source of life, the one who traveled across the sky each day, bringing light and warmth to the world. Sekhmet, in turn, protected this order, ensuring that chaos and disobedience were kept at bay. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Despite her origins as a goddess of destruction, sent to punish humanity for their transgressions, Sekhmet's role evolved over time. She became seen as a protector, not just of Ra and the divine order, but of the people as well. This duality in her nature, being both a destroyer and a healer, reflects the complex relationship the ancient Egyptians had with their deities. They recognized that life was a balance of opposites, creation and destruction, order and chaos, life and death. And Sekhmet embodied this balance perfectly. Her story tells us a lot about how the ancient Egyptians viewed the world around them. They saw the gods not as distant, unapproachable beings, but as integral parts of their lives, influencing everything from the rise and fall of the Nile to the success of their crops and their protection from diseases. Sekhmet, with her fearsome power and her healing abilities, represented the idea that even the most terrifying forces could also bring about healing and protection. I briefly touched on one of the myths regarding Sekhmet. The legend goes that humanity's rebellion and disrespect towards the gods had reached a tipping point. Ra, the sun god, who was pretty much the CEO of the Egyptian pantheon, was particularly ticked off. He unleashed Sekhmet to deal with the problem, and deal with it she did. Sekhmet's approach to divine punishment was, let's say, straightforward. She went on a rampage. This wasn't just any tantrum. It was a divine onslaught that painted the desert sands red with blood. She was relentless, embodying the very essence of a bloodthirsty deity, taking out anyone who dared defy the divine order. But here's where the twist comes in, showcasing the complexity of Sekhmet's character and the ancient Egyptians' understanding of balance and duality. The other gods, seeing the extent of Sekhmet's wrath and fearing she might wipe out humanity entirely, came up with a plan. They brewed a vast amount of beer and dyed it red to mimic blood, then poured it over the fields. Sekhmet, thinking it was blood, drank it voraciously, becoming so drunk that she passed out. When she awoke, her anger had dissipated, and she transformed from a force of destruction into a benevolent deity, embodying the healing and protective aspects that she is also known for. This story is fascinating for several reasons. First, it highlights the ancient Egyptians' ingenuity, not just in their myths, but in their understanding of their gods. They didn't see their deities as infallible. Instead, they recognized that even gods could be outwitted or appeased through clever means. It also shows the importance they placed on balance. Sekhmet's wrath was necessary to restore order, but so was her benevolence. The transition from destroyer to protector was a key theme in Egyptian mythology, reflecting the cycles of life, death, and rebirth that was central to their worldview. Moreover, the Festival of Intoxication, celebrated annually in Sekhmet's honor, was not just a wild party. It was a deeply spiritual event that commemorated the pacification of Sekhmet's wrath and her transformation into a benevolent force. It was a time when people could revel in the joy of life, knowing that they were protected by a goddess who embodied the very essence of power, healing, and protection. This festival was a testament to the complex relationship the ancient Egyptians had with their deities, blending fear, reverence, and celebration into their religious practices. Sekhmet's story, with its themes of wrath, cleverness, and transformation, offers a window into the ancient Egyptian psyche. They revered Sekhmet not just as a bloodthirsty goddess, but as a symbol of the necessary balance between destruction and healing, chaos and order. Despite her fearsome reputation, Sekhmet's protective instincts were unparalleled. You see, Sekhmet's role as a protector is as integral to her identity as her ferocity. After calming from her wrathful rampage, she didn't just take a backseat in the pantheon, she assumed a crucial role as a guardian. This transition from destroyer to protector is a fascinating aspect of her mythology, showcasing her as a multifaceted deity with responsibilities that extended far beyond bringing retribution to mankind. As the protector of the pharaohs, Sekhmet was believed to watch over the rulers of Egypt with a vigilant eye. The pharaohs were seen as living gods, the intermediaries between the divine and the mortal realms. Sekhmet's protective mantle over them was not just about ensuring their personal safety, it was about safeguarding the divine order and, by extension, the stability of the entire kingdom. Her presence was a deterrent against enemies, both mortal and supernatural, ensuring that the pharaoh could rule effectively and maintain Ma'at, the concept of cosmic balance and order. But Sekhmet's protective duties didn't stop with the pharaohs. She was also seen as a guardian of the sun god Ra, especially during his nightly journey through the underworld. This was a perilous time when Ra was vulnerable to attacks from Apep, the serpent god of chaos. Sekhmet, alongside other deities, was believed to accompany Ra on this journey, fighting off the forces of chaos to ensure that the sun could rise again each morning. This role highlights her importance in maintaining the cosmic balance, protecting the cycle of day and night, life and death, which was central to Egyptian cosmology. Her association with other deities, like Ptah and Ra, further underscores her significance within the Egyptian pantheon. Ptah, the god of craftsmen and architects, was often linked with Sekhmet in a relationship that combined their creative and destructive aspects. Together, they embodied the idea that creation and destruction were two sides of the same coin, necessary for the renewal of life. This partnership was celebrated in the city of Memphis, where the two were worshipped together, symbolizing the union of their powers. Sekhmet's protective mantle extended beyond the gods and the pharaohs to the people of Egypt as well. She was invoked for protection against diseases and to ward off evil spirits. Her priests performed rituals in her temples, offering prayers and sacrifices to appease her and seek her favor. These rituals were not just acts of devotion, but were believed to have tangible effects, protecting the community from the very real threats of illness and misfortune. Even today, Sekhmet's allure remains undiminished. Her story fascinates us, drawing us into a world where gods walked among mortals, where the lines between life and death, destruction and healing, were intertwined. Her worship may have faded with the sands of time, but her legacy endures, a powerful reminder of the ancient world's complexity and the enduring human fascination with the divine. What do you think? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments. And as always, please like and subscribe for more content just like this. Until next time.